Stephen Covey, Utah homeboy, came up with this idea of circles of concern and circles of influence. So I want you to imagine two concentric circles. And in both of the circles is an area of concern. So whatever you're concerned about fits inside both of those circles. But in the smaller circle, the bullseye, is your area of influence, and this is what you can control. It's something you're concerned about, but it's something you can actually do something about. So what would be inside that inner circle would be your ability to breathe, your ability to move your body, your ability to nourish yourself, your ability to do something like this, to meet with people, even digitally. And then what's outside of that circle, the inner circle, what's in the outer circle are things you can't do anything about. And when you focus on what's in the outer circle, it diminishes your energy. When you focus what's on the inner circle, it actually brings a lot of vitality into your life. So what I want to do in our practice today is focus on that inner circle. Let's think about what we can do. Let's think about what we do have control over in this moment, and then let go of what's on the outside. So come into a seat that's comfortable for you. Any seat works. If you're not comfortable sitting, you can lie down on your mat, and then just close your eyes. Place both hands over your heart. And feel the movement of your breath underneath your hands. In this moment, you can do something about your breath. You can smooth your breath out. You can make your breath more rhythmic. In this moment, you can control your body, how you sit, how you move. In this moment, you can control connecting mind and body. Make a commitment to yourself to focus on what you can do, what you can control. And let those actions, those thoughts bring you greater energy. And let go of what's outside that inner circle. Let go of thoughts of things you can't do anything about in this moment. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Sigh it out through your mouth. Release your hands down and then open your eyes. All right, friends, we're gonna move into all fours on our mats. So as you come onto hands and knees, connect into the earth, what is solid, what is known, what is steady. As you exhale, cat pose, round the back. And as you inhale, cow pose, front of the body dips towards the earth. Keep going. Exhale to cat. And inhale to cow. A couple more here. Just moving your body with the breath. Controlling breath and body all as one. After your next cow pose, come into neutral spine. Take your left leg out to the left. So it's going to go straight out to the side. Left toes will point straight ahead. As you inhale, take your right arm out to the right. Be gentle here. You don't want to twist too much. And then as you exhale, bring that right arm down, sweep it over to the left, land onto your right shoulder and right side of your head. On your next inhale, this is an option, lift your left arm up into the air, so circling that left arm up, and maybe reach it back behind you. Some of you will even want to wrap the left hand around into the right hip crease. And then on your next inhale, release the left hand back down to the mat. One more breath here, and then lift up. Bring your right hand down to the mat and bring your left knee back down. Exhale, cat pose. And inhale, cow pose. Okay, come back to the neutral spine. Take your right leg out to the right, toes pointing straight ahead. As you inhale, left arm goes to the left and reaches up. Be gentle here. And then exhale, left arm down, sweep it over to the right. Land onto your left shoulder, left side of the head. As you're ready, maybe lift up that right arm into the air, circling it up. And if it feels right, you can circle it back, maybe even wrapping your hand into the opposite hip crease. You can control your breath here. Steady in and steady out. And then let's start to unwind this pose. Bring your right hand to the mat, left hand to the mat, and then bring that right knee in. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow pose. And then from neutral, find downward dog. Hands at the front of the mat, feet at the back of the mat. Take a really deep inhale through your nose and then exhale through your mouth. 2 more of those, all breathing together. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. 1 more, big inhale, exhale, let it all out. Pedal your legs out a little bit, bend one knee and then the other. Try to sink the heels towards the earth, touching down to what is known, what is steady, what is solid. And then press both heels down, press your chest back towards your thighs. And then look up at the front of your mat and start walking your feet up. Just one little footstep at a time, walking your feet up to land in standing forward bend at the top of your mat. Hold on to your elbows here. Bring your hands to your hips. And as you inhale, rise up to stand. And then bring your hands to your heart. So I'm going to turn to face you here. You can stay right where you are. We're going to do a few shoulder openers that help us connect breath and open up our shoulders. So I'm going to show you a couple, and then we'll start doing them together. So you're going to inhale and cross the arms over your chest. Finish the inhale as you reach up, and then exhale, arms come down. So we'll do 5 of those together. And remember, circle of influence is right here. Together, here we go. Inhale, cross the arms, lift them up. Exhale, sweep out and down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 1 more, exhale. And now we go the other way. So inhale, sweep the arms out. Exhale, cross over and down. 4 more. Inhale up, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 1 more, lift up, and exhale, release down. 1 more breathing exercise here. So let's take the feet a little wider apart. This is called breath of joy. You'll bend your knees a little bit. The inhale is through your nose. The exhale is forceful and is through your mouth. So you'll inhale and stretch up, and then exhale, fold over, and then inhale back up. So we're going to do 10 of those now. Some of you are already going. Keep going. We're going to do 10. Inhale lifts you up. Exhale over. Remember to keep the bend in your knees. Wherever you you are. Next time you inhale, stand up tall, lift the arms up, a little back bend here. And then exhale, hands to your heart. All right, I'm going to return back to the front of my mat with you. Make this practice be yours. Let it be what you need for you today. With your Ujjayi, inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, fold down to forward bend. Inhale, lengthen forward halfway. On your exhale, fold back in. Take your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Shoulder tops lift away from the floor. And then bring your hands away from your back. All right, release your hands down to the floor or towards the floor. Inhale, lengthen forward again. Exhale, step back to downward dog. On your inhale, come into plank pose. A little pause here. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga from your feet or your knees. Inhale, cobra pose. Lift up, stretch the front body out. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk, step, or hop both of your feet up to the front of your mat. Fold over your legs. And then inhale, rise up to stand. Exhale, hands to your heart. Connect movement and breath. That's what you can control. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, circle the arms out and down. Inhale, lengthen forward. On your exhale, take your vinyasa, stepping back to downward dog or maybe jumping into chaturanga. Follow the flow of your breath. One pose to the next. We meet up in downward facing dog. Lunge your right foot to the front of your mat. Come into warrior one. So back heel pins down to the earth and then rise both arms up. All right, here we're going to turn the palms out to the sides and straighten the front leg. Front leg will still have just a micro bend in it. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, circle the arms out, bend into the front knee. As you inhale, arms right up the middle, front leg straightens. Two more of those. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. This time, bend the knees, circle the arms out, but interlace your hands behind your back. Pull the shoulders back. And maybe lift the hands away from your hips just a little bit. So think here that you're making a cow spine. Gently unlace the fingers, bring the arms out in front, interlace the fingers in front, turn your palms away from your face, and make a cat spine here. And we'll keep making these circles. Inhale, arms go back, interlace, lift the chest up. Exhale, bring the arms out in front. Interlace, cat pose spine. One more time, interlace, hands behind, lift up. Exhale, hands out in front, take that cow spine, and then take both arms up overhead. Keep the fingers interlaced, press the palms away from your head, biceps near the ears, and then exhale. Both hands down to the mat. Lift your back heel up here. As you inhale, circle your right hand back past the right hip and up overhead. Exhale, circle it forward and down. Two more circles. Inhale, back and up. Exhale, forward and down. Inhale, back and up. Exhale, forward and down. And now one leg dog. Take your right leg back and up behind you. This is an option to take a one leg vinyasa, coming forward to one leg plank. Exhaling down, one leg chaturanga. Take your back bend and then press back to downward dog. Bring your left foot up to the top of your mat and take warrior one. Back heel down to the ground. Inhale, rise up. You're going to turn your palms out to the sides and straighten the front leg. Breath in here. As you exhale, bend the front knee, circle the arms down, and then inhale right up the middle as the front leg straightens. Two more. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. This last one, lower down, take your hands behind the back, interlace with the other thumb on top, and then take a cow spine here. So creating a back bend, lifting the hands away from the back, keep the chest open, unlace the fingers, exhale, arms out in front, interlace, turn the palms away from you, look down at the floor, take the cat spine. Inhale, hands behind, lift up, cow spine. Exhale, hands in front, cat. Take the hands back, lift up, open up the chest, and then exhale, hands down to the mat, lift your back heel up, and 3 times we'll circle that left hand back. So inhale, back and up, exhale, forward and down. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. One more, inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down, and now one leg dog. Take your left leg back and up. Take a 1 leg flow or 2 leg flow, your choice. And then from downward dog, bring your feet up to the top of your mat. And then inhale, sweep your arms out, lift up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Utkatasana, chair pose. Lower your hips and lift up. Exhale, forward bend, fold over your legs. Inhale, lengthen out. Take your vinyasa here. Take a couple of breaths in your downward dog. And then inhale, right leg back and up behind you. 1 leg dog here. Exhale, lunge the right foot to the top of your mat. Rise up to Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Turn your palms to face up. And as you inhale, touch the fingertips up overhead as you straighten the front leg. As you exhale, hands come down the middle and back out to Warrior 2, bending back into the front knee. 2 more times like that. Inhale up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up. Exhale, lower down, hold your Warrior 2 here, side angle pose, your version, forearm on your thigh, fingertips to the floor, in front of or behind your leg, whatever works for you. Maybe you take that top arm, circle it back behind you, maybe you even bind it into the right hip crease. Take your head back a little bit, creating a back bend here, opening up. And then as you inhale, lift up, you're gonna turn towards the left, long side of your mat and come into a horse stance. So toes turn out about 45-degree angles. Legs are gonna stay here, hips are low. Take your arms out to the sides. And now eagle wrap the arms with the right arm underneath. There we go. We're gonna make circles here. What you can control, what you can do. As you inhale, turn your elbows over to the right and then exhale down to the right knee, sweep them across to the left knee and then lift up to the left, come back to the center. 2 more circles in this direction, to the right knee, sweep across to the left knee, lift up. 1 more, circle around. What you can control is right here in the middle. When you finish that 3rd circle, unravel your arms back to Warrior 2, and then windmill your hands down to the mat. Step back, 1 leg dog, right leg lifts up, 1 leg vinyasa will take you through. Moving with your breath. All right, 2nd side, inhale, lift your left leg high up to the sky, lift it, stretch it high, and then exhale, lunge your foot up to the front of your mat. Come into Warrior 2. Turn your palms up. As you inhale, straighten the front leg, touch the fingertips up overhead. Exhale, hands right down the middle and back out to Warrior 2. 2 more. Flow with your breath, making these circles, controlling body, controlling breath. Bringing your thoughts right into where you are. When you finish that 3rd one, land right there, and then side angle pose. Forearm to thigh, top arm over the ear. Maybe you even reach that top arm back and bind it into your left leg. And then inhale, lift up. Turn towards the long side of your mat, the other long side, coming into horse stance. Toes turn out. There you go. I think we're all in the same direction now. We're going to eagle bind the arms with the left arm underneath. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, twist to the left, and then lower your elbows down to touch the left knee. Sweep across to the right knee, twist to the right and up. 2 more circles around. Keep the hips low if you can. When you finish that third one, there's no rush. This is your movement, your breath. You're going to open back out to warrior 2. And then windmill or circle the hands down to the mat. One leg dog, left leg is the one that lifts. Option for that one leg vinyasa. When you're ready, bring your feet to the top of your mat. And then another chair pose here. Hips go low as the chest lifts up. And then stand up tall. Exhale, hands to your heart. Close your eyes for a moment here. Maybe even place both hands over your heart. Feel your breath. Tune in to that inner circle. What you can control, what you have influence over, focusing on what can bring greater vitality into your life now. Open your eyes, let's flow again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, circle out, fold down. Inhale, lengthen out halfway. Exhale, take your vinyasa. We're all gonna meet in downward dog. Of course, you can skip the vinyasa and just step back to downward dog. As you inhale, take your right leg back and up behind you. Bend your knee and twist open. Reaching that right foot over to the left. And then inhale, stretch your leg back behind. As you exhale, lunge it to the front of your mat. We're going to return to warrior 1. Back heel down on the ground and lift up to warrior 1. See if you can make this a deeper back bend here, opening across the chest, lifting up through the heart. And then exhale, bring your hands to your heart, lift your back heel up. Take a breath in. As you exhale, twist to the right. So bring your left elbow across, touch it down on the outside of your right leg. Point your right elbow up to the sky. Yeah, twisting around, maybe even taking your gaze up past your elbow. Keep the twist and fly your arms open. Lower your left fingers to the floor, or towards the floor. Reach your right fingers up to the sky. You're going to keep the twist. As you inhale, lift up. So the left arm comes out in front, right arm back behind, and then lower that right hand down to your left leg. Bring the left arm up by your ear, opening up here. And then as you exhale, windmill or circle your hands down either side of the front leg. Bring your back foot in about an inch. And then straighten your front leg. As you exhale, bend back into your front knee. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend into the knee. Inhale, straighten the leg. One more time, bend into the knee here. And now we'll take a hip opener. So first step is to spin the back heel back down to the ground. Second step is to bring the right arm inside the right leg. You can take the right hand behind the right shin, push the shin forward to help you get your shoulder lower. And then lower your hands to the mat. So you can stay right here in this hip opener. But if you're feeling it and you want to, you can come with me into the arm balance, Ekapada Kundanyasana 2. So from where you are, hands down on the ground, start to work your right foot forward, bending the elbows, leaning forward, stretching the chest forward, maybe bending the elbows enough that you can pick that back foot up off the ground. We're worrying about only what's in our inner circle. If this is not in your inner circle, let it go. We'll meet in downward dog. If you want a little vinyasa here, you can take it. If you're holding downward dog, focus on that steady in, steady out of your breath. Okay, from downward dog, inhale, left leg back and up behind you. Bend your knee, twist open. Get a stretch through that left side. And then inhale, reach your leg back and up, straight behind you. Exhale, lunge the left foot to the front of your mat. Warrior 1, back heel down onto the ground. Inhale, rise up. This time a little bit of a deeper back bend in Warrior 1. Staying strong in the back leg, lifting the chest up high. And then as you exhale, hands to your heart, lift the back heel up, and then twist around to the left. Bring the right arm down to the outside of your left leg. We'll take a couple of breaths here in the twist, maybe even taking your gaze up past your top shoulder. Keep the twist, fly your arms apart. So right fingers towards the floor, it doesn't matter if they don't touch. Left fingers up to the sky. You're gonna keep the arms spread apart like this. You're gonna keep the twist, and as you inhale, rise up. Crown of your head right up to the sky, right arm in front, left arm behind, and then circle that left hand down to touch or move it towards your back leg, front arm over your ear. Big breath in here, and then exhale, let it all go. Circle your hands down to the mat. Bring your back foot in just a touch, and we'll work on opening up the back of the left leg. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, straighten the left leg. Inhale, bend the knee. 2 more times. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. And inhale, bend. And now we go for a deeper hip opener. Back heel down to the ground for steadiness. Left arm on the inside of the left leg. Maybe hand behind the shin to help you get your shoulder low. And then both hands down to the ground. First option, stay right there, working on the hip opener. However that feels for you, you can shift around. I mean, if you want to move with me into the arm balance, you'll flip the back heel up and start inching the left foot forward and out to the left. Look forward, lean forward, lift up through the back leg. And if this is in your outer circle, let it go. I'll step back to downward dog. Take a vinyasa here if you want it. Downward dog will be our meeting pose. Bring your feet to the top of your mat. Fold over your legs. And then inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands to your heart. We have, I think, one more flow here, and then we'll move on to do some other things. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, circle out, float down. Breath and movement take you through your vinyasa, jumping back or stepping back. We meet in downward dog. Inhale, right leg back and up behind you. Bend your knee and twist open. All right, first option, hold the twist right here, but challenge yourself maybe with the balance, getting lighter into that right hand, maybe. Second option is to flip over, Make sure you have the room. If you're gonna flip over, yes, taking the back bend here, beautiful. Inhale, back around to one leg dog. Exhale, lunge your right foot to the front of your mat. We're coming into warrior two again. So rise up to warrior two. Find steadiness here, earth beneath your feet. And then start to straighten the front leg. We'll take triangle pose. Deep breath in. As you exhale, reach forward and then fingertips down to the ground. Roll open. Maybe turn triangle into a little bit of a back bend here. And then, as you exhale, circle that left arm forward and down to the mat. We're going to bring the back foot in a little bit, preparing for a revolved triangle. So bring it in a few inches. Lower the left heel to the mat. Pull the right hip back. Walk the left hand closer to the right foot. Maybe even you can take the hand to the outside of the right foot and brace your forearm and shin against one another. As you inhale, circle the right hand back past the right hip and up into the air, twisting around to your revolved triangle. Beautiful. It's a tough pose, so you have control of your breath. Use it to help you be steady here in the posture. And then circle that top hand forward and all the way down to the floor. We're going to bring the back foot in a little bit more, a couple more inches. Hands to your hips, and then inhale, rise up to stand. So you might want to watch me on this one. It's a little bit of a balance challenge. We're going to take the arms up overhead, put a little bend into the front foot, and then I'm going to stay balanced on my back foot as I lift up here. So maybe we'll do that together. Bend into the front knee, take a breath in, and as you exhale, push off with the front foot. Yes, and then cross your right shin, right ankle over the left knee, and then lower down. Standing pigeon pose. In your standing pigeon, take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. It's a cat spine. No, this is called cow spine. Bring your hands out in front, interlace the fingers, turn the palms away. Cat spine. Inhale, back behind. Cow spine, lift the chest, lift the arms. Bring the hands back in front. Exhale, cat. And then take the arms straight up overhead, lifting up. Stand down onto your left foot. Lift that right knee up. We're going to standing splits. Exhale, bow forward, hands down to the ground, or blocks, or books, or whatever you have to stand in for blocks. Fold over that standing leg. Lift up through the top leg. Good, and then slowly lower your top leg to the back of your mat. One leg dog. Take your front foot back and up behind you. One leg flow is your option here. Second side, inhale, left leg back and up behind you. Bend your knee and twist. First option is to stay in the twist here and maybe challenge your balance. Second option is to flip over, look around, make sure you're not going to knock anything over as you flip. There you go. And then lift the chest up, making this a three-pointed back bend. Good. Inhale, come back around, one leg dog. That's where we meet. And then exhale, come up to warrior two. Take a moment, find steadiness here, and then straighten that front leg for triangle pose. Breath in. As you exhale, reach forward, fingertips to the mat, and then lift up, rolling your chest open. One breath in here, and then circle that top arm forward and down to the mat. Let's bring the back foot in a little bit for revolved triangle pose. So bring it in a few inches, lower the heel down. Start to walk your right hand closer to the left foot, maybe even on the outside. Left hand to the left hip. Pull the left hip back, and then circle the left hand back and up behind you, straight up overhead, rather. Deep breath in, and then as you exhale, circle that arm forward and down to the mat. So bring the back foot in a little bit more, a few more inches. Hands to your hips, and inhale, rise up to stand. So we're going to take both arms up overhead. You're going to stand on your back foot, so bend into the front foot and push off with the front foot until you can stand up. There you go. And then cross the left ankle over the right knee, hands to your heart. Sit down into your chair pose. Yes. Stay with the breath, stay steady. Breath will help you keep control in this balance. Take your hands behind your back, interlace. Cow spine here, a little back bend. Exhale, release. Hands out in front, interlace, cat spine. Inhale, cow spine, lift the chest up. Exhale, cat spine. One more time. Oh, sorry, keep the hands interlaced. Take the arms up overhead, lifting the chest up, and then lift up your top leg, and then down to standing splits. Both hands to the ground. Lift the left leg back and up behind you. Doing two things at once here, folding in and lifting the back leg high. Good, and then slowly lower your top leg, down to the floor at the back of your mat, and then one leg dog. Sweep the right leg back and up. One leg flow. We're going to meet in a child's pose. In your child's pose, deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Breathing together. One more deep inhale. Make your way forward onto your belly. Stretching the legs out behind and stretching the arms out in front. Hug your belly up towards the spine. And then as you inhale, lift both legs, lift both arms. Circle the arms back by your hips. Stay lifted, bring the arms back out in front. And then exhale, we can lower legs, lower arms. Two more of those. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, circle out. Bring the arms forward. Exhale, lower. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, circle. Bring the arms in front and then lower down. Move your hips a little side to side here, letting the low back relax. And then make your way to hands and knees. So we're going to be on our knees in camel pose. You want to double your mat up a little bit, depending on what surface you're on. Get a little extra padding under the knees, and then walk the hands up. We're going to take our hands to our low back here, as if you have pockets in your yoga pants. Some of you might. So hands go into those back pockets, and the chest lifts up. Toes are tucked under here to help you a little bit with the balance. Take your right arm into the air. Left hand is still in the back pocket. And as you exhale, lean back. Inhale, come back up. Take that right hand into the back pocket. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, back up. And we'll change sides. Left hand in the pocket, right arm up. Exhale, takes you into camel variation. Inhale, right hand in the pocket, left arm up. Take your back bend. And then inhale up. We'll take both hands into the back pockets here. You have a choice. You can continue doing the camel variation that we were doing, or come into whatever camel version you want. Maybe coming down to full camel, hands down to the legs, lifting the chest up, completing the circle with the hands on the ankles. Good, and then lead with your chest to come back up, chest and then neck and then head, and then back to all fours, hands and knees down on the mat. Let's take a downward dog just to stretch out the back. And then knees down onto the mat. You're gonna come onto your back. However you wanna get there, come around all the way onto your back. Bridge pose. So for your bridge pose, set your feet hip width and parallel on the earth. Press your upper arms into the earth. Press the back of your head into the earth. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, lift your hips. So use that exhale to lift you. You can control the breath, you can control the movement. Lift the hips straight up. Maybe you straighten the arms and interlace the fingers beneath. Lifting up through the chest, broadening from shoulder to shoulder. One more breath in here. And then as you exhale, release the pose. Walk the hands out, lower the hips down. Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees wide. Yeah, I see some of you are taking other variations of back bends. We're gonna do one more back bend variation here. And that's an option for wheel. So when we come into wheel pose, we are making a big circle using the earth as our connector between our hands and our feet. Or you can do bridge pose, making that big circle, focusing on your circle of influence, that inner circle, what you can do something about. So decide if you want to return to bridge or come with me into wheel. Either way, set your feet hip width distance apart, root into both feet. If you're coming into bridge, root the upper arms in the back of your head. If you're coming into wheel, place your hands on either side of your head. Root into those hands, root into the feet. Take a breath in, and then exhale, start to lift. Pushing the floor away, and then breathing. Once you come into your variation, your back bend, deep, full breaths in. You can control the breath, you can control the movement. One more inhale, and then as you exhale, start to lower gently back down to the ground. That was beautiful. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock across your back. Put your feet back down on the mat, about mat width apart. Take your arms to a T. As you exhale, take both knees to the right, and just leave the knees there. Stretch your left arm up so your left bicep is near your ear. Let those legs be heavy. Let your head be heavy. Being with your breath, being with your body, being in that inner circle, what you have influence over, what you can do something about. Inhale, bring both knees up. Take your left arm back out to a T. And then as you exhale, let your legs drift to the left. Just settle into your pose, whatever that is. And then as you're ready, stretch that right bicep up near the right ear, pressing the back of the right hand into the floor. Nice even breaths. On your next inhale, bring your knees back up. And then hug both knees into your chest again. Rock as it feels good for you, side to side, to and fro. And then full happy baby pose. Reach up, grab onto your feet. Rock across your back. If there are other finishing poses that you need, you can take those. We're going to move into either legs up the wall if a wall is near you and accessible, or Shavasana. So take a few moments just to find your pose. Use any props that you need. This final pose, or almost final pose, our legs up the wall or Shavasana, is one of the most important poses in the practice. Once you've settled in to your pose, let's breathe together. Big inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Inhale deeply, exhale fully. Last one, make it your biggest, really big inhale. And then exhale, fully let it all out. Scan your body. Start with the top of your head. Move down across your face. And then going part by part from top to bottom, releasing any holding or tension, releasing any thoughts of what's in that outer circle. Shavasana is a time to rest and recoup. So as you're resting and focusing on what's on your inner circle, what you have some control over, you're actually bringing energy into your body. I'll sound a chime when it's time to return. In the meantime, stay where you are, resting, letting go, turning inward. Start to take some deeper breaths now. And remember, the breath is something at this moment you have control over. Begin to gently move your fingers and your toes. If your legs are on the wall, start to slide them down. And then as you exhale, roll to your side. Take a moment here to honor your practice, to honor the things that are in that inner circle. And then as you exhale, come up to a seat. Bring your hands to your heart and close your eyes. Take a moment here and we will all collectively join our thoughts together and send gratitude to all the people who are working to keep us healthy, all the people who are working to keep us fed, all the people who are working to help find a way to stop the pandemic. Feel that energy move from your heart. It's moving from the hearts of each of us out into our greater community, sending gratitude and love. I hope as you go through your day, you're able to stay focused on that inner circle, stay focused on what you can do. Namaste.